Welcome to the Common Ground launching K-pop Top 5. K-pop Top 5. K-pop Top 5.
K-pop,
Yeah,
K-pop.
yeah. With me, DJ McIver, your host, with also Angelica Wilson. Hello.
Hello, hello. In my blurred space.
Yeah,
I'm
we've,
in Kwanya, you know? Just
I know that's right. Think. We're here to save ya.
hmm
This is going to be our inaugural podcast where we talk about what's going on in K-pop, what's going on a little bit outside of K-pop, because, we're Black and we gotta, all of this comes from Black people.
hmm
So let's also talk about the things that we're listening to outside of K-pop, just for a little bit. And, where we're going, where we're listening to, the festival situation, because it is summertime. Uh, let's get started.
Yep.
Uh, Hi, how are you? How have you
Hi.
been?
Living, being outside consistently. So I'm finally indoors so we can actually talk about the outside, you know?
I
How have
know
you
that's
been?
right. So, just so everybody knows, I uh, propositioned Angelica like a year, I think it was February last
hmm
year, to do this podcast. Uh, I know her very well through I Love Dance. She's a student there. She's a friend of a friend of a friend who's become family. She is amazing. Uh, Really bright, shining personality. She does everything. She knows everybody. And that is the reason why you want someone like her not even guesting, hosting, co-hosting for a show like this. So let's give you the rundown on every thing that you've been doing and everything that you do.
I mean, I've done it all. I'm
Hmm.
also I've been behind the scenes on many a thing, been in front
Hmm.
of the camera on other things, in the beauty
Hmm.
space, editorial, former dance major turned marketer turned social media savant, you know, of sorts. I stay outside raves, concerts from K-pop to EDM, even a little bit of country lately. It's been, you know, everything. I do it all somehow.
Ooh, country? What
Mm-hmm.
country?
I have to remember this guy's name because the Jonas Brothers got me into him. And I'm as a Jonas Brothers girl, I just like he recently did a song with Fetty Wap. What is his name?
I love
I'm
to hear a
currently like looking at
northerner
my phone
who
as I do this.
knows a little bit about country as an Oklahoma kid myself and also Georgia kid.
Okay, his name is Russell Dickerson.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so I've
Okay,
been
we're
listening
gonna
to
have
him.
good. Now I know that we're gonna have to throw some country in later on when all of this comes out. So let's get started with the format. I, of course, am DJ McIver. Who am I? I teach K-pop diet dance, and I love dance. I have been dancing there now since, when was that? 2011. So this is going July. The end of July will be my 15th
50.
year. So my 15th year really dancing at all. And so it's very fun. My background is in theater and in music. I play instruments classically. I sing opera, all of that. I love to be on stage. I moved here for theater. I I moved away from theater to dance more. And now I'm coming back to kind of doing everything. And so this podcast is about everything. And this K-pop podcast is about our general expertise as New York City kids who are out here doing everything. Because what happens anytime something is going on K-pop wise, you know that they're going to try to be in New York City
Mhm.
after LA, of
And
course.
also, we can't forget that you were also on stage in South Korea with K-pop idols as well. We
Yes,
can't
that's
leave
true.
that out.
We
We
can't
can't.
leave that out. I tend to forget that, even though this week I did teach Bling Bling,
Mhm.
and that was really, really fun. This was my
Yeah.
first time doing that dance actually since, wow, yeah, since doing it on stage for the Icon members. So very, very fun, full
Mhm.
circle kind of week this has been. Just as, yeah. So let's get started. The format of this show will be our K-pop top five. K-pop top five. We're gonna go back and forth between the 5 songs that we're kind of vibing with on a weekly basis. But since this is our first episode, I really just want us to kind of give us a five that give us a sense of where we've been at this year, kind of a catch up. Because really, truly, I feel like the year has just started in this last 6 months, as far as K-pop is concerned. There were a
Hmm.
few good gems every couple of months, and I think we had our top five is going to hit on those highlights at the beginning of the year. But it's summer. You know,
Yeah.
when May happens, all the idols go on tour. They go on their festival circuits, both here in America, in Europe, in South America, and in Korea for that college festival circuit for,
Hmm.
those coins. So
Yeah.
let's get started. Uh, my first pick is, for me, Song of the Summer so far, Espa Lemonade. I
Yeah.
love this song. It's that classic kind of Espa song. It's almost whiplash, it's almost spicy, but it just has a little bit more sweetness than we're kind of used to getting from them, and definitely a lot more easy listening than they're used to giving to us. It has that kind of red velvet. Wasn't it called Blue Lemonade? Red flavor, and then Blue Lemonade, I think, was the
I think so.
others,
I'm
right?
currently looking up as we speak. We got to get
I,
real time on this.
yes. And also, how SM loves
Yeah,
a
you're right.
trend. So they've got Hearts to Hearts coming out with a song coming out in a couple of weeks called Lemon Tongue.
Yeah, which I was
So
like,
it's
we have a favorite fruit, maybe.
Right? Yeah, I think so. This summer is going to be the icy drink because
Hmm.
also Meow has Sugar Honey Iced Tea that as their like third title track. They've got
Yeah.
3 or 4 tracks with their album.
Oh
But
yeah.
back to Lemonade. It's refreshing. It's
Hmm.
lovely. It's well sung. It's funky. This is their pop track compared to Whole Different Animal, which is their more hip hop side, kind of Armageddon vibe. I just love it. It's so
Mm.
much fun. I love to hear the girls sing. And Winter, they are trading these high notes.
Yeah.
The girls, Giselle is great. And also this week, I just want to kind of talk about, mention Giselle
Mm.
getting on, what was it, Instagram Live earlier this
Oh
week
yeah.
and kind of exposing the girls. I
Mm.
love to
Hmm.
hear it. She won all the points with me by keeping it very, very, very real about what it's like to be in the industry. And
Yeah.
I greatly appreciate it. So
Well,
that's my
even
number one to launch off K-pop top five.
ooh. Well, the thing about it too is like, I don't know if you've heard kind of this conspiracy theory with Lemonade about how it's like a nod to New Jeans in a way, where they're like, I ain't got no ETA.
See, now I heard something, but I was like, oh,
Hmm.
besides the ETA thing, I'm not sure. But
Hmm.
definitely I'm seeing like that chatter in the
Hmm.
comment section of videos
Yeah.
that they're like definitely on New Jeans' side with the litigation for Minhee
Hmm.
Jean and
Yeah.
Danielle currently finally after
Yes.
what, like a year and a half of Hybe
Yes.
like sabotaging and
Yeah.
slowing things down. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely feel like they're definitely trying to be like, we're on your side, Danielle.
Yeah. And like my tinfoil hat theory with that is like they're turning lemons into lemonade. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
give it to me. Yes. Let
they're
me,
turning
what?
this sour moment into something sweet. It's like, there was sourness in the past and like, we don't have an ETA. It's like, what's your ETA? We don't have one because we're turning lemons into lemonade, living our best lives.
Yes. Love
Hmm.
it. Yes. I'm here. This is also 100% going to be my crazy conspiracy chat kind of situation because there are
Yep.
some things that I just feel like I need to say or I want to say, but nobody's listening to the things that the crazy pigeon lady is saying on the streets. This
No.
is this is my pigeon lady situation.
Oh, I am
Yes.
that coworker that's always like, so my tinfoil hat theory of today is.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
But you know what?
Also, we will be watching this Minhee Jing trial. I really,
Yeah.
I'm eating this up because I was fully on her side, but also the
Mm.
way that she has been like working through this slash not working slash causing a media firestorm. I've slowly, completely lost favor in her, and I'm
Mm.
only on Danielle's side of this. Yeah,
Truly. Well, also
but
the
Hive is
poor
evil.
girls who are and the poor girls who it's like, these are like they're not even, what, are they barely even 21 yet? And like going through all of
Barely.
this turmoil at this age, I mean, the adults around them need to get it together.
Yeah, they were
But you know what?
completely failed.
But you know what? We can talk about something else because that's a whole different animal, which is
Oh,
why.
oh, yes. Oh, I love
So,
that.
well, we're on the aespa vibe. My one of my top five songs is "Whole Different Animal," and like, as a longtime K-pop fan, I've been a K-pop fan since June of 2009. Don't guess how old I am.
I think we're around the same. That's about
It wa-
when I started too.
Mine was Wonder Girls at the Jonas Brothers concert. Was my gateway.
Huh. Mine was Wonder Girls on So You Think You Can Dance because they were on tour at that summer
Yep,
and they performed Nobody. Oh my
yep,
God.
that was
That's
it.
amazing.
It was Nobody, and
There
it's
we
been that
go.
ever since.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Whole Different Animal. So as a long time K-pop fan, it's like we grew up in like the Puritan days, and there's a fire truck passing if you can hear it, so ignore that.
I
But it
can't
was
hear.
like, the days when it was just like SM was SM, YG was YG, JYP was JYP, nothing ever mixed. And I know like since, GD has his own thing going on, but to see GD on an aespa track was still like,
Hmm.
like
Yes.
we've crossed boundaries.
It's
It's
like,
amazing.
how did we do this? How did they let this happen?
Yes. So it's just like I just love it's just like I love when aespa just gets into that like just it's a whole like they just get to be all like
Hip
and
hop.
like girl crush vibe and just like yeah,
Yes.
hip hop. And especially like one member I feel like doesn't get enough credit for like how she just performs is Ning Ning. Like like
That's
Ning
my
Ning
girl.
Ning Ning just goes in. Like she's like hold it and like, even in her lives too. Like she's like why do I speak Chinese? Because I am. Like, what?
Uh-huh.
Like, she's just so real for that. And I really do appreciate that about her.
Yes, she thinks as a dancer, I love
Mhm.
her because she is in the pocket in the way that feels the most natural compared to most other dancers, not just in her group, but just of the
Mhm.
female, I'm not even gonna say female idols, most idols. I love to see her dance because she really does sink into that
Mhm.
pocket in a way that just feels like, oh, she feels this music.
Yeah,
She feels the beat.
and her vocals still perform live
And
at that.
the
I have seen
vocals.
Espa live several times, and live, that girl can sing. And also live, what personally, and this is a very black moment in the song, when Karina goes, do something, I was like,
Yes,
I was like,
yes.
as a fellow big busted woman myself, I was like, Karina, you better go. You better do something. Hey, like you better. I'm like, don't be afraid to pop that chest, girl. Do
Hmm.
something. You're like, they better
Hmm.
try it. Like,
I love it. Yes, they were giving, and this is another thing that I want to point to for this song is Dim Joints. I don't know that he has missed at all on as far as K-pop producers go. That man,
mm-hmm.
nothing but hits.
Mm-mm,
Nothing but
mm-hmm,
hits. I've been following him a lot lately because I'm just like, yeah, why not? I love to.
mm-hmm,
He kind of quickly broke down in a video how he made the whole different animal track. It was so fascinating. I love to see when
mm-hmm.
artists will really just say, "Oh, this is how I did it," and that's it. I'm great.
True. I haven't seen that one, but what I have seen, it's non-K-pop, was the breakdown of the DJ who made like a G6, and he was like, "Yeah, I just took this file and moved it into the wrong thing, and then I made a 5 million record hit." And I was like, "Well,
Uh,
then."
oh, well, yep. I know that's right.
I love the behind the scenes of it all, and just like, and even like a member who's like, when she first debuted, I was kind of like, she's all right, but like honestly, Winter has grown on me too.
Oh, see, now
Hmm.
Winter is my second favorite in this group,
Okay.
actually, because I feel like of all the girls, the one who really nailed the like, are we AI, are we human vibe, it was Winter. She had that
Hmm.
her nothing expression to me. And in the
Hmm.
beginning, I loved it. It seems like a lot of people hated it. And that was
Hmm.
kind of like the catalyst for them having to leave Kwangya and come to the real
Hmm.
world because there was just getting to be a little bit too much hate. But
Hmm.
Winter, the way she's like a mini Taeyeon, I feel. Like
Hmm.
she's got that vibe, and I'm personally always gonna love the girl who rocks the bob. That's
Yeah,
always
a
gonna be,
nasty,
yeah.
nasty bob.
You whether it's blonde or black, you've got to, yeah. I just want give me the
Hmm.
bob all day.
What's the thing? That's the thing about Winter too. It's like they put her in extensions, and whether it's like for like because she wants it or not. I personally like Winter the most in a bob. Like she just
Yes,
rocks a mean bob.
someone's got to have a bob. Someone's got to
Hmm.
have a ponytail. Ning
Yep.
Ning is Ponytail Girl as far as I'm concerned. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Ponytail and Bob, those are the two.
Yep.
That will always be my favorite in a girl group.
Yep. All right. Well, what's your
So,
second top five?
yeah, so you've got G Dragon producing. Did he? No, not producing. G Dragon as the featured artist, and
Mm-hmm.
now going from one Big Bang member to the next. My number two song is Top Studio 54. Now, as a Big Bang fan who's just
Mm-hmm.
been
Mm-hmm.
through it. So if I say that when I first got into K-pop, it was Wonder Girl's Nobody, the first comeback that I ever got to see live, that I was like really doing the fan thing of like being on YouTube and being like, okay, what's going on? It was Taeyang, I'll Be There.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that was the one, and I'm like, okay, I love that. I love that song. And over the course of Big Bang's history, the thing that I've always kind of, as a music nerd,
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to kind of figure out was who is the musical brain here that I actually really latch onto the most?
Mm-hmm.
Because in their solo work, G Dragon's music, it never really hit with me. And so I was like, but he's the main producer of the group, and I
Mm-hmm.
love all their music so much of Big Bang as a whole. And then Top never really did anything except Doom Dada, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
And then Taeyang always hit a line of like R&B pop that I love, but it wasn't the thing in Big Bang that I was like, okay, that's the thing, that's the person.
Mm-hmm.
Sunri was doing his Justin Timberlake, but
Who?
that's all
No.
we're gonna exactly. That's all I'm gonna say about him from now on. And
Even though
so,
it's so annoying because I did like that song, but
oh, yeah, I love
mm-hmm.
that song, and I low key, not even low key, I high key loved almost every single one of his releases.
Mm-hmm.
As conceptually, he was stealing straight from Justin Timberlake, but if you're
Yes.
gonna steal from anybody, steal from him. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I feel.
I mean, because Justin stole from who?
Everybody, Michael, flat out Michael,
Uh-huh.
Usher too. You hear that? Justin Timberlake, I ain't never liked you. And then this song, I love him. I just love
Mm-hmm.
a good, strong vocalist. And I personally, as a vocalist as well, I enjoy any sort of folk music. So, trot, I love.
Mm-hmm.
If low key, if I could really have a career in Korea, I would want to sing trot, honestly.
I can see you doing trot.
Yeah, I could do
Mm-hmm.
it. I could do it. It would take some studying a little bit, but I personally love that vibe. But it was listening to this album, Top's first album since actually it's his first album period, and it's his big music comeback
Mm-hmm.
since saying I'm not doing music anymore. Catch me whenever, if
Mm-hmm.
ever. And I always held out faith.
Mm-hmm.
This whole album is definitely the I'm never going back to Big Bang album. Lyrically, that's 100% where it is. Like, that was the time in my life. I love it, but I don't necessarily want that anymore because I've grown so far past that. And indeed, he has. In this album, I think he proved that he is the production ear that I loved. He's got a very, very funky sound, and it's the most kind of prevalent here in Studio 54. He's kind of comparing the days of Studio 54 here in New York City to the Burning
Mm-hmm.
Sun incident, and then
Yeah.
kind of moves past that into where he is at now. And I love it as a retrospective of his career, but also as a definitive statement that I am the MC of this group. I
Mm-hmm.
am the soulful part of this group musically, and the things like, oh, what was it? The song that when GD and Top had their duo project together, the song
Is
with
it the Turn It Up
Foam,
Now or
not
no?
just Turn It Up Now. I love Turn
Okay.
It Up Now. The one with Foam, Oh, da na na. GBK,
I'm looking it up. Looking it up.
right? GBKL. Don't go home. Is that the name of the song?
Oh, oh yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Yep,
oh oh. Top and Bomb is an elite combination
yep.
that unfortunately we're never going to get, but the feeling of that song, I think, is 100% in Studio 54.
Hmm. Oh yeah. And you know what? While we're on this Big Bang vibe, I'm just gonna go
Let's,
into my next one. Open
okay.
Up by Taeyong.
Woo!
Like
Okay.
I know it's not like the main lead single of the whole project, but like it's my personal favorite, so that's what matters.
That
And
is
like
what matters.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Kid Leroy considering like the relationship stuff that happened with, Tate and all that, but
Mm,
the
hmm.
song, if we're just talking the song and the music, I love this song. Like it's one of those like songs that just makes me feel like 2020 like TikTok vibes.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
baby, hey, what like
Yes,
so that's for me like have I looked into the meaning of the lyrics? No. Do I need to? Absolutely not. You know why? It's a vibe. And it's a
it's
vibe
a
when I
vibe.
work out. It's a vibe when I walk to work. It's a vibe when I go to bed. And it's just like, I just really love my whole life. I've always loved those synthy sounds. So like the doo 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 doo. Like I just love the synthy element of it. And just like, it's just like, it's about like, opening up, but it's also just like, it's just like, oh, I love the double meaning. And it's just a vibe.
Yeah, and I feel like Taeyong in that group, the thing that is masterful about him is really he knows
Hmm.
how to vocally sink in to hit the vibe of a song,
Yeah.
especially something sexy. I don't think any
Hmm.
of the other members really nail sexiness with the vocals and the delivery that can give you a good dance and make you be like, oh, yes,
Well,
always. I don't
also,
care
because he's
what
the
you're
only one
singing
in the
about.
group that I feel is a real yearner.
Yes, yes.
Like he's a
Yearning
true
is
a yearner is a performer, let me tell you.
it's hmm hmm
Yeah.
hmm yes, ever since the wedding dress days, who like
Hmm.
can't you can't sing a song like Wedding Dress without being like,
Hmm. No, you
I mean,
know,
Yearner is
call.
the
Come
again,
on.
classics. It's
Come.
like it's
Yes.
the nasality in his voice that kind of
Hmm.
projects through the mask of his face that
Hmm.
really just it hits you with like full force.
Well, that's why even when like he collaborated with Jimin, like it's a similar vibe with him too, like that like kind of nasally tone, but it's like that yearning that you feel. And then, I mean, taking the
Mhm.
shirt off does help, but like
It does help.
it's just like
It
it's
does
just
help.
he's also just a good live performer as well. Like he's engaging. He actually knows how to like engage with the audience, and that's something that I feel like, and this could be a whole another episode in and of it itself. But like in recent generations, we're missing that engagement from like not all groups, but a whole lot of them. Back in the day, like it was just so much more engaging.
I would say 95% of groups late in the fourth and fifth generations definitely do not have that performer capture the camera,
Hmm.
deliver with a vocal. It doesn't really matter about the level and ability of your singing. It is
Yeah.
the can you really project your voice with feeling and meaning into something?
I mean, also, as much as people want to hate on, certain members of Blackpink, like those girls know how to connect with an audience. And we're going to talk about this a little bit later. I saw one of those members live, and I've seen her live before. They can hit a 5, 6, 7, 8. They can connect with an audience. They can have personality other than we rehearse these lines. Suddenly, we rehearse these lines. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Hmm.
exactly like what really captures an audience and what creates that cult like following is that connection, and that's why like Taeyong has stood the test of time for all these years.
Hmm. Hmm. That's what I love, love, love to hear. And so I think going from, wow, this is a very good, I like the way that this is going from one song to the next. I think another group that really has a similar vibe, especially in terms of we're a five-member boy group, they all have their individual kind of flavors. TXT, my
Hmm.
number three pick, is Stick With You. I
Hmm.
think in the milieu of everything that has been going on with Hyde in the last, I don't know, 2, 3 years, and especially, I would say this year, especially with them like really going hard in on these EDM vibes
Mm-hmm.
that almost harken back to what, like 2012,
Yeah.
2016, but it's kind of missing something.
Yeah.
TXT and their re-up of their contracts, they really did adamantly say, we're not doing that. We're sticking to the things that we think we're good at and the things that we want to deliver as performers. And
Mm-hmm.
stick with you is really like, hey, we've got singers. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
we've got this boy that will dance and be sexy.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got this guy who can kind of just be tall and do it all, capture like hearts and minds. And then we've just got the two maknaes, Taehyun and Hyun Kai. They've really grown up to be performers that I feel like
Mm-hmm.
they are unshakable. Like
Yeah.
totally, like 100% unshakable. They hit their
Mm-hmm.
steps. They sing very well. They care so much and stick with you. Another one of those we're learning a little bit. The
Mm-hmm.
the I'll just stick with you. That a melody. Can we have melodies? Bring melodies back. And this and they're dancing. They're really
Mm-hmm.
dancing, but the dance complements the song. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just one of those things that's just I love always. I can always count on them to put out not just one song that's a title track. They'll put out a B-side that I love more than a title track. They'll
Yeah.
put out on the rest of that album hit after hit after hit that
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is the reason why you all will continue to sell out tours because you know
Yeah.
better than anybody else that it's the entire package. If
Yep.
you're going to be relevant forever, you really have to commit to the work that you do and what you do that nobody else can really match. And their synchronicity, their personality,
Yeah.
everything just really comes through on this song.
I mean, and not just with this song, but in general too, they actually listen to their fans. Like even when they do like their fan stages, and I've seen them live many times as well. What I remember when I finally heard them do Cat Dog in Korean for the
Uh,
American audience, I
I love that
lost
song.
my ever loving mind. Yes, I barked too. I don't care. I
I don't
was
care.
when
That
they
song is so good.
when they say I just want to be your dog, I will woof away. Okay, and this is another thing. Why I have a platform, because so
Ooh.
many like newer fans aren't sure where the woofing came from. I was there in Times Square at PlayStation Theater when TXT did their performance to Cat Dog for the first time, and we barked back, and then we kept barking after the song. And from TXT, from Moa's fandom, it spread all across K-pop. So where now every time Mingi from ATEEZ gets on stage, we automatically bark as a reflex. It started in that theater and that day, responding to TXT, and it has grown. Because some people are like, oh, I'm not really sure where the barking came from. I know where it came from. I was there.
I know that's right. And even I was at 10 Minutes concert back in December. I love
Mhm.
how it has become more than that, also like the signature New York thing
Yeah.
of like, this is what we're doing to show our love. In King's Theater, Timon got those barks. He was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You could see him get overjoyed with more
Yes.
energy. And for someone who has an immaculate stage presence and whose energy already overfilled that theater,
Hmm.
to see him go from the beginning of that show, I think he opened with Criminal, I think so, and then ended that show. He had increasingly more energy as we went through, and I am
Hmm.
so excited for this Shiny tour because when they get here,
Hmm.
I'm there. Sad.
And also, and with Timon, something I still did not understand was that they booked such a tiny theater for that man. I'm like, it should have been the Garden immediately.
Should have
Super M
been.
sold out the Garden. I was there.
Yeah,
All
should
right.
have been. Yeah,
Should have been the Garden.
should have been. Yeah, I can't wait because I was there for
Exactly.
Key. Key was there, and it was like,
Hmm.
filled it up, amazing. Now I'm like, all right, let's go. Onu was in, where was he? He was in the town hall, I think.
Yes. Yes. Town Hall.
And so cause he was first, I think, on the series of
Hmm.
tours. So it's
Yeah.
been very much, I knew that they have been collecting their like data amongst themselves on,
Hmm.
all right, what kind of venues. I think they know that they have to be in a huge venue. They
Oh
just
yeah.
know it. And I
And you
can't
know
wait.
what? While we're speaking about really good performers, my next on my top five, Itzy
Yes.
with Motto.
All right. Love
Yeah.
it.
The thing is too, Motto's one of the songs when I first heard it, I was like it's cute, but like I'm not really like that into it. That earworm that JYP knows how to do, for some reason, JYP Entertainment knows how to get an earworm right.
Hmm.
They're just like, you may not like it the first listen, but just keep going. And then now I'm freaking skipping down the streets of the bus going, Motto. Just like,
Mama.
and honestly, I thought about learning the dance for Motto, and then I saw how many spins they do and with all the arm work, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna love it from afar. I'm gonna like it. But it's so cute. It's just like
Okay.
I just love, and also it's just like such like, again, like it's kind of like that yearning vibe of just like, I want to like dive in with you, run to you, be with you, kind of just like, and it's cutesy in a way that I think very few groups can perform well, and
Hmm.
Itzy just knows how to do it.
Yes. And I personally, I love this dance. If this month, if the last month that Diet Dance weren't so absolutely crazy with like whole
Mm-hmm.
different animals, Stick with You, there was another really crazy dance that I did. I was like, Motto's at the top of my list. But
Mm-hmm.
watching that dance practice, I was like, oh, I can do this. I just need to like rest for a little bit. And that was the reason why I tossed Bling Bling in, because I was like, all right, I know Shiny's coming back with Atmos, and I know I want to do Motto, so that means I just need a week, especially with it being like 90 degrees these last two
Yes.
weeks. I was
Yeah.
like, I cannot just be doing Shiny and Itzy and Espa back to back. That's a nightmare. What is
Yeah.
so good about this dance, and the dance and the song, is that, and I think I mentioned it too with Espa Lemonade, it's that very refreshing summer vibe. I
Yeah.
love that we have decided that this summer is not so much like girl crushy summer as much as it is, hey, it's hot, we can dance. We already know that. So instead, let's give you a splash of water.
Yep.
I love how it feels
Yes.
very much like a like cha, like an
Yeah.
explosion of ice water on your face, and it's really
Yes.
captured so well in the music video. And
Hmm.
even though the dance is so hard, it's not for Itzy. This is
It's not
actually
that hard.
maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is like their most, I don't want to say, it's not their easiest, it's their most
I would
low key
say,
dance.
well, I would almost say like in from my experience with ITZY performances and trying some of their dances on myself, it's like it's still technically advanced without being
Hmm.
so cardio inducing.
Yeah. Like the turns are there, but
Yes.
everything is more in the arms, the
Yes.
angles,
And you get that
and
cute
the
little break where you just get to stomp, stomp, and
yes.
yes.
Yeah. And it's
Uh-huh.
just like, but do not be mistaken.
No.
They are they are giving you not just 8 counts, they're giving you 32 counts. Like
Yes.
they Itzy will never come out with a song where they're giving you an 16 count. They're like, all right, all these girls can dance, and Leah is here to kind of give you that vocal and the chorus
Hmm.
that makes you really, really like know that this is an Itzy song,
Yes.
but we're dancing.
And I know ITZY has their signature sound, but like one of these days, I just hope Yeji can take it down an octave. Like I like she has a beautiful voice. Let me say that I love her voice. I love her high-pitched voice. But
Mhm.
that woman works so hard.
She
Give
does.
her just a moment to drop it an octave.
Absolutely. What was it? Ice cream. I love ice cream. That was the other hard dance where it's just like,
Mhm.
girl, this girl is singing. It's so creamy. It's so creamy. It's so creamy. And then on top of that, doing that
Yes.
super precise dance. I was like,
Yes.
how have you had a chance to like actually rest this whole
Yes.
entire year? Because you've
Yeah.
basically been preparing for both of these for your solo debut and this Itzy comeback. It's like no wonder you're like stick thin with
Well,
these hip
also,
pads.
well, no, well, remember she wore those ultra low rise pants when she did that cover of "Girl, Yeah, You Go," to show that those aren't hip pads.
Oh
She was
yeah, that's
like,
right.
"You'll be saying these are hip pads. These are my hips."
These
But
are
that,
my hips.
but the thing about Itzy as a whole, even where was I going with this? With like high pitched voices. Oh yeah, that most fans might not know at all. At least in my experience, the cutesier the dance, the harder it is to actually do. So when you see
Mhm.
a dance, especially illit, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're so," do you know you need to be an Olympic athlete to do half of Illit's choreography.
That was the other dance. I was like, there's definitely another song. It's Me. It's Me was the other song this last month
Yes.
that I did where I was like, I
Yeah.
can't do Motto plus It's Me plus Lemonade plus Whole Different
Yes.
Animal plus BTS 2.0. I was like, there's just no way I can do those all back
Oh
to
my
back
God.
to back.
And actually, to harken it back to Hold a Different Animal for just a second, because that's another song I was thinking about actually taking class for. But in my room, I tried that first drop when they go down to their knees for a second, and they do like squat, and then they come out.
Hmm.
As you age,
Wiped out.
and for those who don't know, I'm also a yoga instructor, and I do Pilates regularly. But my knees will tell me when it's like you might want to slow down and just
Yeah.
take a moment and
Yep.
just get yourself together.
Girl, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be 40 this year. And the fact that I'm even considering doing Meow Hit 'em Where It Hurts is like, I like to test myself. Because I
Hmm.
remember like 2 or 3 years ago, I took the whole class for OO by
Hmm.
Mix. Eunice
Yeah.
taught it, and I was like, there's no way that I cannot do this song. Even if it means wiping myself out after Diet Dance, I must do it because I just need to know that I can.
Yeah.
Similarly, I need to know that I can for Hit 'em Where It Hurts. This, uh, it's just so good.
It's so good, but that last little part, they
Yeah,
don't even need to warm up during the rehearsals. They just need to go in and do the
yeah,
dance as
yeah,
their
yeah.
workout.
Do that last little bit, and that's gonna be the thing that really
Hmm.
gets it. I'm gonna take out that. Keep it. All right. So then, great again. So we go from cute and refreshing. We talked about
Hmm.
Yeji, and now we're to Yena, my pick, Catch Catch. Now,
Yes.
I chose this because if there ever was what I love in K-pop, especially in that second generation vibe, and I think that's what this song really, really
Hmm.
captures. The thing of like orange caramel, of
Yes.
tiara, of
Yes.
that place where we can be irreverent and outside of anything that the West could even conceive of doing. These are the kind of songs that I love listening to because it is so inherently Asian. It's some people would probably call it Japanese-ish, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
think so because in Japanese pop and J-pop, I feel like we go so far to the cutesy side that we lose vocals. But in unless we're talking about like the big girls, like
Hmm.
yeah, the like my faves, where I'm not gonna ever do my what's her name? Who's my fave in Japan? My two faves. Utada and
Hmm.
well, also Crystal K is not my fave, but I love, love, love her.
I love Crystal.
And the one who retired. Uh, uh, the Mariah Carey of Japan. The Mariah Carey Janet Jackson of Japan. E.
I feel like I
Oh.
know who you're talking about, but I
Yes, you
need.
do know who I'm talking about.
I should know.
She doesn't. She has none of her music is on spot on any streaming because she's so anti streaming. Uh, Mariah, but I know if I type in Mariah of Japan, we've got Yena Catch Catch. This is just, this is that line between cutesy and irreverent and something else that just kind of comes together and explodes into something so different. And Catch Catch came out about what, like a month and a half, 2 months ago, and I just absolutely, absolutely loved this song. It's the dance is cute and perky. Da 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 da
Yeah.
da 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 da.
Ooh,
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 ooh.
hey. Hmm.
We've got the horse dance that anytime that shows up in K-pop, you know that it's gonna be a
Yes.
fan favorite from Gangnam Style, a little bit in Abracadabra, a little bit. It's just it's got all the sounds of all those second gen K-pop. It sounds a little bit like Tiara
Hmm.
Roly Poly. It sounds a little bit like Bo Peep Bo Peep. It sounds a
Yeah.
little bit like Sexy Love. The dance harkens to each all of those things.
Hmm.
Orange Caramel, all of Orange Caramel's catalog, to be perfectly frank. I
Yeah.
I really, Nana,
I mean,
please.
the visuals remind me heavily of like 2010 to 2012 K-pop, which is like
Mm-hmm.
very like the mod elements of it and just like the color blocking and just
Yes.
like it's just so it's like some groups keep trying to, and that's something I think with as K-pop has gone more global over the years, there are some fans who are like, where like every song's in English now and XYZ. It's like, no, we love K-pop because it's K-pop. And I feel like Yena gave us K-pop, like gave us like
Yes.
OG Hallyu wave K-pop.
Mm-hmm. And that I think can never be, it can never be what's that word? It can never be
Under
underestimated
hmm
that that kind of sound is always going to capture everybody. It's that
hmm
kind of thing where it's like, oh, this is the feeling. You want to
Yeah.
feel like this, like overcome with something. And that
hmm
is like to me the feeling of a how you wave. It is this kind of sound, this kind of dance, this kind of personality, the cheekiness of it all. It's
Well,
just
yes. And especially like the
amazing.
dance with the chorus of the choreography. That's something else. It's like one of the reasons why K-pop went so global is because while there were like more difficult choreography and Notoriously Shiny was always like the group where it was like, oh, here we go, we got to get our cardio up. But it's
Hmm.
like that catchy chorus choreography that you can actually do. I feel like
Yes.
lately, so many groups are coming out with the most difficult 5, 6, 7, 8 for a chorus. When it comes to the chorus, you need that simplicity to catch that virality. That's part of why TikTok got so popular because there were simple dances to choruses. It's the same thing with K-pop. When you get
Hmm.
to the chorus, you have to have that simple 5, 6, 7, 8 that everyone's like, oh, that. It's easy to do. You don't need to make up a TikTok challenge because it's built into the dance.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes, that is, and that's kind of why I think we're kind of returning to that this summer.
hmm
It feels like the older artists, especially, really know I don't have to do that much anymore,
No.
and actually, I don't have to do that much, and nobody wants me to do that much. So
hmm
I should just have more fun. It's very
Yeah.
much also that Beyonce Renaissance vibe where she's like, actually, I'm 40 years old and I could outdance everybody, but
hmm
now I've been injured and I can't do that much. But
hmm
also, I want to enjoy myself on stage for the first time, and it's that feeling of seeing a performer who is seasoned and could do it all simply
hmm
say, no, I love the stage and we're going to share this moment. And having
Yeah.
dances that kind of capture that is really what this summer, I think, is going to
hmm
be all about.
And honestly, like I just wrote it down for myself. I'm swapping out one of my top five that I originally wrote down because you said that about like summer and performances. What's a Girl to Do by Dayoung?
Oh,
Come on now.
okay.
Come
Yes.
on now. I like
Okay.
because like and that's the thing, like her dances are not the easy like that to sing with those vocals live that she does live
That she
and to do that
does.
choreography. But it's still just like, what's a girl to do? Even if you can't do the kick out, like you still have that like vibe at the upper body, like choreography with the hoodie. I'm wearing a hoodie. Look at that. Wait,
Hmm.
wait. What's a girl to do in this hoodie? Like I just
Yes.
like it's just so catchy and fun. Like and it's so incredible to see her from like WJSN, which is like very popular in Korea. I would say not as popular internationally, but to see her break out in the way that she has and always like shout out like Eric Nam, you helped me so much. Like I just got my Eric Nam tickets for September. I love that man. I have seen him before. I will see him again. And it's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
and just like to watch her work ethic and her performance and just like it's that what you said we want to see people have fun on stage and like even if it is just for the stage and for the cameras she puts on the performance that she is having the time of her life the second that mic is in her hand.
Hmm. Hmm. And I think specifically with Taeyong is that in Cosmic Girls, I did not really expect that. I didn't expect
hmm
to get this from her.
yeah
It
no
was so beyond ever because that group is so full of so many different personalities who all contribute something very specifically, and there's such a big group that
hmm
it's more people can get lost in the sauce a little bit. And for me, because I love a vocal queen, I love a theater queen. I also love a little bit of a lesbian vibe. And so
hmm
also like Cosmic Girls was just from the beginning, they always were giving it for me. And
hmm
so to see now that we get like this from her, this little, she's the one who is like the solo performer in this
hmm
group. That she has this vocal, it's very Janet Jackson ish of a a dancer who really knows how to use their vocal instrument well, to
Yes.
know that when they're dancing, this is where my voice needs to sit in order for me to produce the sound consistently. And I
Yes.
just absolutely I love that song. I love that dance. What's a girl to do? That was the other dance that really I was like,
Yeah.
wow, what's a girl to do? Ill Lit. And I was like, what am I
Yeah.
doing? I was like, it's a lot of dancing,
Yes.
but then, she knows how to hit a, what's a girl to
Do, do,
do?
do.
Like very
Yes.
easy little moves that it's just like, yes, I understand that I'm going to hit this chorus and maybe you can't do it, but during those verses, you can absolutely join me in these verses. And that final chorus, it will be something that we can all do together.
Oh, absolutely. And also, I just love a dark root with a blonde. You know what I mean? Like,
That's right.
I
Uh,
love
with a little
whoever,
beachy wave.
whoever did her image architecture, whether it was herself or with a team, whoever did that, genius,
Yep.
genius for international. And I know people want to talk about her short shorts, but let me tell you something. The way she's talked in interviews about how much she's worked for the body that she has, controversial diets aside, if you
hmm
have worked that hard for that body, you show it off too. Don't hate.
And as a dancer, it's like
Hmm.
you can't do the dances that she does without also eating really well to also maintain the energy to be performing
Hmm.
as much, especially if she's going to be on tour this summer. We'll see. Like you just can't. You have to be eating well in order to have the stamina to do this, especially with the schedule that idols have to have, singing and dancing late at night, all the way
Hmm.
in, waking up in the morning and doing, or
Hmm.
not sleeping and going straight into a morning radio thing, and
Yeah.
then into whatever other schedules that happen during the day, and then coming back at night to go into another music show. So it's just, uh, it's lovely. I love, love, love. I have a feeling she's going to go on tour
Hmm.
here in America somehow. And I would love, love, love. Well, I guess we need an album from her, don't we? Because this has just been singles from her.
Yeah. We have a think
Okay.
about a few singles, so we need more of
Yeah.
an album. So I
Maybe
mean,
if it's
unless
like a
like
water bomb
yeah,
situation, we'll talk about that in a little bit of a
eh.
second. But another group to kind of carry through, because now we're back to the girlies, X Love.
Hmm.
My pick is X Love Stir. And I think we've kind of shifted the conversation to what we are looking forward to this summer. X Love has announced that they are going to go on tour in North
Hmm.
America. And I cannot wait to see what they do here. And I can't wait for them to like really feel the reception over here
Yes,
compared to what they're
yes.
just now finally getting in Korea. They've been
Hmm.
really working at it this last year and a half since, what was it? What was the name of the show that they were on? It wasn't Purdue. It was a
Was it Boys Planet?
it was Boys
No.
Planet. Boys Planet
Okay.
2. Yeah.
It was one of the Boys Planet. Okay, there we go.
100%. They were all four of them were my faves from that show, and I was very much worried that is Korea really going to accept these
Mm-hmm.
personalities? They, to me, gave the only really, like, outside of Jiwoong, I think they were the only ones who really were giving me what I wanted to see on television and what I wanted to see from idols in the first place. And
Hmm.
now, especially since Beep, and especially since I'm realizing that Wumudi is getting the press for really being the again image architect of knowing,
Hmm.
hey, these are the music genres that we're going to explore. This
Hmm.
is the vibe that we're going for aesthetically. And
Hmm.
I'm not going to really sacrifice that vision for being mainstream. That
Hmm.
I think is it's the most
Mother.
radical. Yes, yeah,
Mother.
100%. It's the most
Hmm.
radical thing that I have seen
Hmm.
in K-pop, period. Maybe since I would say Joe Kwan, yeah, since Joe Kwan
I was gonna
Animal.
say,
Yeah.
yes. I was gonna say,
And
I feel like this is like the reception that Joe Kwan deserved.
yes, 100%.
Truly.
And still, Joe Kwan, you can still do it.
Yes, you can.
I love you, and if anything, I feel like you could come out now with a song that is on. Let Wumudi produce you a
I was gonna
song,
say,
girl.
X Love with Joe Kwan, do a song.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember 2009 Animal when Jung Ho Suk was featured on Animal in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm. And it was in them heels, was getting
Yes.
it.
And
Boom.
the heel is heels at that.
Yes,
The
in that
heel is
heel.
heels.
Yes, heels. In that Lady Gaga, Alexander
Feathers.
McQueen
Yes.
heel. Yes.
Yes.
Like it does not get any better than that. And this is like the torch lit
Passed
up.
on to the next generation. And like truly, and Wamudi is like, from what I've heard, is not even Korean at that too. So to like
No.
then
Yeah.
absorb a language that isn't your native tongue,
Mm-hmm.
to boldly be yourself, to
Mm-hmm.
absorb other members, to give them the ability to boldly be themselves. I know I don't have the exact right to say this. Someone else might, but that's a house mother to me.
Yeah.
Truly. Truly.
That's the yeah, I don't really technically have the right to say that either.
Exactly.
But yeah, but
But
I will but that to me
at
is
least the
that
vibes of that to me.
yeah,
Yes.
those are the similar qualities of being able to raise and uplift and then bring out more than what those individuals felt like they had in themselves and to transform them. Like
Yes.
it's it's transformational. That's the kind of
Yes.
thing that you want to see in idols, that transformational quality. And so X Love Serve is my pick because
Hmm.
we've got with the way that the track opens,
Hmm.
it's a very housey vibey, but also kind of like a nice jazzy
Hmm.
quality too. It's so good, and they've like I want to say they toned down the dance. They toned down the main choreography to something that I think regular audiences and
Hmm.
definitely all the other idols can kind of pick up, which
Yes.
is something that I feel like has been not problematic. It's been something that has been a obstacle for them because their dances have been a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
They just have been because they're that capable performers, and now they've
And
kind of
flexible.
yeah flexible like that kip up uh, that kip up
I mean,
and
at
then
one of the stages, it was a straight line up and down,
yes
straight, straight.
and sometimes with no hands. It's like
Yes.
where is the core strength?
Yes.
Where? I want that. I want that. I'll never be able to have it.
Oh, no.
But that's my number five pick.
Actually, before I just leave X Love for a second, I
Oh
also
yeah.
just like, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, something else that I heard, and I can't find the creator, but it was under creator's video. Apparently, for Serve, the skeleton crew, majority of them had ballroom backgrounds, so it was truly an homage from start to finish, and that's something that I think is so
Hmm.
amazing. And speaking of homages, I'm glad that Samuel finally is embracing a little bit more of his Latin side with Ziggy 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 I'm moment. Hey, Ziggy Ziggy Ziggy. Like, oh my God. Like, because we often forget like Samuel is half Mexican, right?
Yeah.
So it's like for him to embrace that Latin sound and just fully and like just to see like he's always had good songs, but and I know this is just the beginning, but I really feel like this is going to be something big.
I think so too. I
Hmm.
remember seeing this song on TikTok. I think earlier this week, and
Hmm.
I remember thinking, "Ooh, this to me is the World Cup song." Like the
Hmm.
World Cup song that maybe Lisa had hoped to have. This is the
Hmm.
one that really authentically watching the dance, I was like, it's got the K-pop sensibilities of having a dance that everybody can do, but in a
Hmm.
pocket that is very very distinctly not Korean and not American. And I was like,
Hmm.
yes, Samuel, this is what you should be doing. Like I
Hmm.
know that would want Santos Bravos to do something like this.
Hmm. Yes.
This is kind
Yeah.
of that middle ground that is global.
Well, and also that's the other thing too. And I know people keep ragging on Lisa's song "Goals." Like it's not a bad song, but I
Yeah.
think the thing that comes through in Samuel's song, and even when EJ sang the song last night for the World Cup, there's soul in it. You
Yes.
feel the soul in it, even though it's like a fun song and like ziggy ziggy, and you're dancing with it. It comes from heritage. It comes from it's not just like, okay, we need to make a song for this project. All right, here's like, I'm goals. Yeah, goals with Tucker, goals. Yes, it's a like it's that it is a vibe, but like whereas Ziggy Ziggy and other songs that have come, even from like, oh my God, it was like da 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 da. I forgot which country it is, but even like all these other like World Cup songs, like you feel the heart in it. You feel
Hmm.
the soul in it. And I think for this song specifically, I feel like for Samuel, like getting into this vibe and seeing his passion come through in a genuine way is really going to resonate with a lot of people.
100%. And even from what I remember, everybody loves Samuel. Everyone was kind of, he's been through so much these
Yes.
past 3 or
Yeah.
4 years that kind of just forestalled a lot of what could have been. But also, I feel like he was very young and he needed just a
Yeah.
little bit of time to mature into an artist that could capture everything that was already there 100%.
Yeah.
And now it feels like with everything that's happened to him and having that distance and time, it's create he's become something. He's become a man that is a he was already a born performer, but now it's like
Hmm.
there's a ferocity. There's a ferocity, there's an ease, and there is a love that just is unmatched, I think.
Yeah. And I think that partially comes from him being able to do this on his own time in a way.
Yep.
Because, like, as we all know, he was supposed to be in 17 many a year ago when he was training, and he's been through many a, survival show and,
Mm-hmm.
being like taken from one place to another. And just like through all that he's been through, being able to do this on his own time, still have a
Mm-hmm.
positive relationship with those who he's been in contact with in the industry, to then leverage that for this comeback, I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see what he's gonna be up to beyond this. It's just this is the best way to like start that.
Hmm.
All right. Wow. So that's our
Yeah.
first top five for
Ta-da.
2026. We did it. And now let's do one song that we're listening to outside of K-pop that kind of shows where we're at headspace for, the summer of the year. I'll
Oh,
go
would you?
first.
Yeah, you
I
go
had
first.
two, and after you switched to Dayoung, I was gonna go from Slater Dance. That was gonna be
Mhm.
my pick, and so I'll just honorable mention say that. But actually, it's Tinashe's new song,
You mean
a hundred
K-pop's new
percent.
blueprint?
That right? Yes, I put it on the stories. That
Yes.
let's just First of all, music video, immaculate. Second
Hmm.
of all, the a number of genres that she is incorporating all into one 2 minute song. I don't even think it's 2 minutes technically. I think that's a 1 minute and 59-second song that goes through about six different genres, but never in that K-pop way of switching things up. It's like, oh,
Hmm.
I hear this bass line. Oh, I hear this melody. Oh, well, it does switch at the end for the dance break, but that's what you want to do. You want to switch it up for the
Hmm.
dance break a little bit. And to have a dance break at the end and she's hitting that step so hard
Hmm.
in that last 30 seconds, Jaquel Knight, who choreographed it, he was on Instagram. He kind of posted, "Oh, does anybody want to see you?" I was like, "Yes, girl, post the video. I've been learning
Yes.
this dance. I can't tell from this music video." And then very quickly,
Hmm.
that solid cut came out, and I was like, "Good, thank you. I've got some homework for me. I am gonna learn how to do this dance."
Hmm.
I love it so much. She makes it look too easy. That's the name of the dance. And
Yeah.
we've had a lot of songs named Easy lately. And the whole concept of the music video, of very clearly, she knows what's been going on. Her fans know what's been going on. From Super Love to, oh, there was a Supersonic by
Hmm.
From Us Nine. Some of my favorite K-pop girl group dances have been just straight dances, songs, and music videos have all been straight up lifted from Tinashe, and that's no
Yeah.
shade on them. Definitely, if you're gonna do the part of K-pop that gets to be questionable, the appropriation or the downright theft, but also
Yeah.
that's what drove me to finding the genre because back in 2010, not 2009,
Hmm.
back then we were heading towards a high EDM vibe in the States, or it was just Taylor Swift, and neither of those really go with me. I went to K-pop because it was like, oh my God, is somebody doing hip hop, R&B pop? That's all I want, really. I want to be able
Hmm.
to shake my ass a little bit in the
Yeah.
club. Like, is that so much to ask for? And sometimes it is. But Tinashe is like, no, girl, here you go. Here's a
Yeah.
club jam. I make it
Well,
look too easy. And every
she
single
really
one
does.
of my albums, I've been serving you these last was it been 12 years, 10 years for her? I can't believe it's been this long. Like from
Not
two
even
on
serving, teaching,
teaching.
teaching.
Yes. Yes. She has been like,
Hmm.
here you go. And
Yes.
whether you are crediting me or not,
Hmm.
you learned this all from me, children.
Uh-huh.
And
Hmm.
I love the whole rollout where she was just sitting there in her bikini and a fur vest, like,
Yeah.
and then walks off to do the music video. It's
Yeah.
everything. It is my dance song of the summer so far, and I can't wait for this album. Cannot wait.
Oh my gosh. So mine, it's kind of same artist, same album, but like two songs that I'm torn between, but I'll just pick one for the sake of this podcast. Is Zara Larsson and Amelia Girls Girl from the Girls Trip album. Like I
Hmm.
And also for the girls trip version, like she turned it into more like, what if both girls want the spotlight? But I just love the danciness of it, like spotlight on me, fame and money. Like it's just such a vibe and a moment, just like swish your hair. And like Zara Larson has been a star since she was literally a child.
Yep.
Like she's been a star for so long. And it's one of those things where it's like she's had bop after bop after bop. She's one of those artists where you always knew her songs when you heard them, but you didn't necessarily know who the artist was. Kind of like a BB Rexa. You didn't know.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
whoever, and I honestly don't remember, I know Sophia with her makeup, but not with her like styling. Whoever defined, oh, it wasn't even just her. It was the meme. It was the meme of the dolphins with the
It was
Lisa
a meme.
Frank. And then her stylist was like, oh, this is your image
This is
now.
it. Yep.
And that went flying for her. And I'm so happy she's leaned into it. I saw her perform in Brooklyn Paramount. Another
Oh,
one who can sing live, can shake her booty live, who can hit a 5, 6, 7, 8 with one heel missing on the Today Show at who knows how early in the morning. She is a performer, and it's just like it's so nice to be in an era where women who have long been looked over are finally starting to get their flowers for their efforts.
yes. Yeah, I think Zara Larson and Tinashe, they're two sides of that same coin. They've both gotten this Grammy recognition, which it's a long time. It's like the documentary with Zara
Yes.
as she was
Hmm.
like showing the label, the album, and
Yes.
having them hear Midnight Sun. It's like these are the kind of things that you want to see happen for artists where it's like, oh, it's all connecting. It's all connecting.
Yes.
You're getting the recognition because the work and the effort has been there.
Yes. And
And
we're also in an, well, I
oh
was just
no,
going
go
to say,
ahead.
we're also in an age with like, technology where it's like
Hmm.
and I know this has long been like, back when we were younger, it was Photoshop. Now it's AI. We're in such an era where there is so much fake that we yearn for the real. And so we
Yes.
yearn for these artists who are real. Even in K-pop, when they come from a company, we look for the artists in the K-pop, groups that can sing. That, SM, you can say what you want about SM artists. A good majority of them know how to hit a high note.
Yep.
When they need to hit a note, they can hit a note and they can
Yep.
hit it a note live at that. So you can
Yes.
say what you want to say about certain artists from that company, but and with Joe IP, you could say certain things about them too. They know how to perform. With
Yep.
YG, they know how to have personality. So it's like
Yep.
everyone has their specialty and we're looking for the real in what we consume. And that
Hmm.
applies to these artists both within and outside of K-pop.
Yeah. 100%. And this looks to be like a such an exciting summer, a
Hmm.
year of music. It feels like we're getting started, but there's so much that's happening. Everybody, the world is burning down and
Yeah.
falling apart. And in these times, we get the best art. And I think
Yeah.
that this is really like the tip of the iceberg of what we're going to be seeing for like the rest of
Hmm.
this year. And
Well,
so
even if
oh yeah, no,
no, no,
go.
no, you say it.
Oh
You're
no, I
so
was going to
excited.
wrap it up.
Oh, well, I was just quickly gonna say, like I feel like this is we're on like the cusp of this generation's recession pop era,
Oh,
where we
oh
got
yeah.
all of those timeless classic bangers where you hear the first two notes and you're like, I know all the words to this song. And I feel like, even though no one wants to declare a recession, I'm like, there's some financial things going on in the world, you know what I mean? And I think in those times are when you do, in fact, get the best art because everyone's going, F it, I'm gonna do what I love. And that's when you get beautiful art. And now you can do your thing.
Oh no, that's 100% where we're at. We're in the midst of a everything is transforming. That is
Yes.
what the word apocalypse means.
Hmm.
And I hope that what's going to happen right now. And definitely that's the reason why I've made this podcast and why I've named it this, which is also the name for the script of all the things that I'm creating, Common Ground. It's like we're in the point in our lives, this generational shift globally, where our eyes are uncovered to everything that this world is really about. And I think we can all agree, regardless of where you come from, that we don't like it. And so
Mhm.
now it is the things that I've definitely heard from you, especially, is like the keywords are yearning. The
Mhm.
keywords are on authenticity, and it's
Mhm.
just of not necessarily stories of survival, stories of resilience and celebration, and how
Mhm.
that hard work pays off in the end, regardless of what that path looks like. I think we
Mhm.
all need to be looking at what our individual paths are going to be
Mhm.
and how we fit into the restructuring of this new world. And that's how, and along the way, we shake our ass.
Yeah.
That's just it. We have
It
to.
releases the trauma.
Hmm.
Trauma stored in the hips.
There we go. Trauma
Yeah. Huh?
stored in the hips, and there's so in the hips, in the back, and the spine. It's
Yep.
all there. And the more that we can learn to really let go, really allow ourselves to let go physically into a full like, ugh, just let it loose, let it loose. We just got to get there. And
Mhm.
I and that's why, Angelica, that's why you're the best person to be the co-host of the show, because you understand that from all the different points. And I am so happy that we get to do this podcast together. We get to talk
Totally.
about it all. If you need to take a class with me or with Angelica, we're ending the class, Common Ground K-pop Top 5 right here. I am in, I'm teaching K-pop diet dance on Tuesdays, Thursdays at, for right now, I Love Dance in Pearl Studios. We'll be in, for the month of June, we'll be at Pearl Studios, 500 8th Avenue on the fourth floor, room 408. And in Flushing, I teach K-pop diet dance online and hybrid, and also in Flushing, in studio, at our studio at 162nd Street. So that's where you can catch me. And Angela, I'll let you tell me about your
Well, if you
classes.
ever want to do a different vibe, less ranting, more breathing, I'm also a yoga
Mhm.
instructor, meditation girly as well. I teach with Form and Flow Studios in Long Island City. I also do meditation with Core Meditation Trainer. It's on Core by Hyperice. All this information is on my website, amwloves.com/yoga. AMW Loves is also my Instagram, so you can find me there as well. And if you ever want to see what I do, like corporate side, you can just go buy a pair of press-on nails from Kiss or Impress. And you'll see my words all over their socials too, because I write words for a living too. So it's kind of wild.
Amazing. Great. See? So there we go. We're both the multi hyphenates. Catch us online. I'm at Instagram, Ms. DJ McIver. My website, djmciver.com. And this has been your K-pop countdown. Thank you, everybody. See you soon.
Bye.
Woo!